Thank you for joining me. I'm Trish. I'm going to be doing a true crime read today. I'm not quite sure yet who I'm reading on. I'm just going to see if there's anyone that wants to come through first of all. Okay, so just tapping into the energy of which case I'm going to be reading on today. Which case am I going to be reading on today, please? Okay, I think I might be reading on the Idaho 4 case today. I've got a few cards. I've got the missing puzzle piece here. I've got the judgment card, which talks about law system, and that is actually going through trial right now. So, and this one here is also as an aggressive attack. So that's why I feel like I'm on this case today, because it's in the middle of the justice system, sorry. Okay, really interesting. There's a fly flying around me at the moment. Okay, so let me see if I've got a connection to that case. Okay, let's go to my cards to see if I have a connection. Very weird that there's even a fly in here. Okay, I also had a white feather at my door this morning too, which is another really weird thing. Okay, might have to pull from the medium cards as well to see, given that there was a white feather, if there's somebody in spirit that's waiting to come through. Okay, time to fly. So time to fly, ours generally mean on the other side. So on the other side, it's telling me to go to the other side oracle deck, which is my connections deck, and just have a look there. And then we'll get into some questions. Okay. Do I have a connection, please? Is there somebody in spirit that's wanting to come through to talk about one of the true crime cases, please? Okay, let's have a look. Actually wondering if I have a connection here to Maddie or Kaylee. Please let me know if I have a connection to you. Communication, so somebody is trying to communicate. Okay, just let you know that I got a G and an L, and G and an L. Okay, let's just tap in. Let's tap in. It's saying that I've got a connection. Somebody's there wanting to communicate. Somebody that didn't get to say goodbye to. Obviously, they didn't, because this is a true crime, so they didn't get to say goodbye. But they are trying to communicate. So I'm just getting communication through here and here. So I'm just going to open up my channels here, and you've got to really go deep here. So let me just really tap in to anything. Okay, first of all, thank you. Just see if there's anything from this deck that you want to pull before I go to the next deck, please. Now, the energy that I'm feeling from here, it's not Rachel Marin that I read last week, because she had a very soft energy, as in a almost erratic to nervous energy, softer. This one's not. This one I'm feeling is a lot more fun. This is a funner energy. More of a go-getter, more of a really in the forefront. So it's like they're really stepping forward, ready to give information. So I'm seeing the picture here. I'm seeing a blonde female stepping forward. New beginning, starting over. So new beginning, starting over. Okay. I'm getting here that she was looking forward to a new beginning or a starting over of some sort. There could have been something around a relationship to do with, say, soulmates, where you are meant to be together. So soulmate energy being somebody that wanted, somebody thinking that we're meant to be together, and violent attack. Okay, that's what I'm pulling in here. Almost the energy of we're meant to be together, or... But they were wanting a fresh new start is what I'm getting here. That's what she's telling me. She's saying that she was wanting a fresh new start. She was wanting to get away and get a fresh new start, but something was pulling her back in. I'm going to get you to go through here now. We haven't done this with Maddie or Kaylee before. Idaho 4. Very funny. Every time I read on the Idaho 4, usually I either lose a reading, or the last one I did that I didn't post, the whole first half of it disappeared. It, for some reason, didn't record the first part, and then all of a sudden started recording. So very strange, because I was in the reading. It just started midway through where I was talking about the spread that I just done, and there was no recording of the spread that I just done. So very strange, but I've had it happen to me quite a few occasions. But anyway, the connection that I have now, I'm seeing the two blonde girls, one standing forward more than the other. I can see them both together, and one is standing more prominently forward, and she's very engaged with me. She's very, very keen to communicate with me, and okay, so what I'm saying to you now is I'm going to get you to go through here and look at any initials on these cards, and pick out any initials that are significant to this case, please. Initials that are significant to this case, please. And good time girl. So I'm picking up that energy of her. So that's what I'm saying. It's a fun, energetic kind of energy, and it's like a good time. She would like to have a good time girl. That's what the energy. A P here. This is called it's taking a relationship to the next level, and it's also the letter P that's fallen out there. Okay. Anything else that you want to say from these cards, please? Okay, so cards that just fell on the floor. She was saying that this is the letter A, but it's saying that there was battles with somebody and not agreeing. So it's like there's a sense of she was having battles around somebody. They weren't agreeing on something. Okay, let me put that in a different spot. So the energy here is what she was saying. There was a dishonest person around her. Somebody was being very dishonest. This card here is called watching you. So somebody was watching her. It's saying somebody was watching her. But there was also somebody around her that was dishonest. How were they dishonest? How were they dishonest? Okay, let me go to the other cards now. Thank you. Okay, how were they being dishonest? So I'm going over to my crime deck now. Thank you for communicating with me. Thank you for giving me really clear communication and really clear visions with you as well. Okay. So anything that you want to show me? Okay. She's doing this to me, as in two. Two, not one, she's saying. She's gone two, not one. She's showing me something about a hat too, like a some kind of hat. She's telling me something here about a food truck or a food delivery. She's telling me about food. She's saying something about the food truck or food delivery. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, she's saying something about forgetting something here. So don't forget something. Don't forget something, she's saying. Minor detail she's given me now. She's saying it's a minor detail. It's a minor detail, but it's important, she's saying. Okay, she's asking me to pull cards. Okay, so the card that fell out there, I don't remember, I didn't ask anything, but it says somebody was unwell, violent attacks on the bottom of the card, on the bottom of the deck. That's how I knew I was reading for them, because it's a violent attack. Okay, go through these cards and let me know, first of all, where we're starting. What would you like to talk about? Okay, the end of the situation. She's getting straight to it. She's talking about her death. Oh, God, okay. Okay, what I've got to tell you here, this card, every time I pull it, whether I'm reading for the Idaho 4 case or not, always reminds me of Brian Koberger. Always, no matter what, and it says watching you. So it doesn't matter what case I'm reading for and I pull this card, I get freaked out straight away. That's who I feel like is in this cards. She is saying wrong direction, but she wants, and she's bringing us back to a couple, two people, or lovers. So let me validate that a little bit more. What are you trying to say about that card there? I think the other ones are pretty clear. What are you trying to tell me about more information on that lovers card, please? Whether it's meaning two people, about talking about a relationship or couples, or talking about this is the Idaho 4 card. This is my card that represents Idaho 4 now. So she's talking. This is the four victims. So okay, the lovers, the couple. Maybe she's talking about Ethan and Xana here. What is it you're trying to tell me about Ethan and Xana, please? More information. She's saying more information. This is also like a uni library here as well. It's giving me, talking about something about the uni here as well. What is it you want to talk to me about here? What I was, suspect motives. What I was getting at here with this card when I'm asking for validation is, are we talking about the couple being Ethan and Xana? Are we talking about a couple related to her, like who was she coupled with? Are we talking about two people involved, or are we talking about lovers? Okay, that's what I wanted to validate, but then I thought she might have been talking about somehow Ethan and Xana came into my mind. So I want to get more validation on what you're trying to say with the card that's got two people in it, please. What is it you're trying to tell me about those two people? She told me, I already told you, Ethan and Xana. She's already told me, she said. Okay, two people, again, so that's... Okay. Implication, I'm getting that they were... that they were like brought into it. How are they brought into it is what I'm picking up. Unknown knowledge. So unknown knowledge sitting right on top of more information. So it's just landed straight on top of it. So there's more to a situation, or you need, or somebody had more knowledge, or somebody had information. Somebody had information about it. So maybe somebody knew about it. Okay, what I want to ask you directly, while I have you here, is was this a plan? Okay, what I'm trying to get at here now is, was this planned, like a planned attack? I want to kind of distinguish between like someone she knows, like some kind of, whether it was something that caused something to happen, or something that was said to somebody else and somebody retaliating or something like that, or whether it was just a lone person had mental problems, maybe, you know, that a serial killer type person. That's what I'm getting at. So first of all, that's what I'll ask first. Is the energy of this person, perpetrator here, that serial murderer kind of energy where it was just like a random attack? That's what I'm asking. Is this like a random attack on the 4, please? Okay, that's too many cards just there. Similar, she says, and follow the money. She's saying, okay, the card she's pulled out there, I need to pull more. This is my fault. So she's taking a sense of guilt here for some reason. Justice system, being it's going through justice, something, a copycat or a similar copycat. So being Brian Koberger, perhaps almost copycatting what somebody studied. Follow the money. Okay, that's where I'm trying to draw the line and distinguish. Is this something that's related to money or is it related to like a copycat serial killer? We are, okay. Was it Brian Koberger? Was it Brian Koberger, please? Again, she's saying 2. There's some kind of creative narrative here and a repeat offender. This is somebody has offended before. Okay, that's what I was getting at. Okay, was this like a serial killer or somebody who had done this before? Has this person committed a crime prior to doing what he did to you, please? Has he committed a crime, he or she committed a crime before? Again, she's saying 2. Or the lovers, 2 or the lovers. The temperance card, which is patience, moderation. Okay, I'm wondering if that's like a planning and a ringmaster. A ringmaster. Okay. Was this an attack called for by somebody? Was this attack, let me use these words correctly, a hit, or did somebody request to have this, did somebody request this? Was this requested by somebody to do this, please? Not the person that carried out, somebody else. Somebody that's free, somebody that's got their freedom. Okay. Devil energy. This is also about lust, sex, drugs here as well. Can you tell me, and then unseen, can you please tell me what is the root cause? What is the cause of this? Do you know? Yes, she says she knows. Can you show me in the cards, please? Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why this happened? It was to cover something up, she's saying. It was to cover something up. And that's the 4. That's the 4. It was to cover, what were they covering up? She's saying, do you really want to go there? Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's show me. Show me, please. What is it that they were, what is it somebody was trying to cover up? Evidence. Trying to cover up evidence. Okay, again, we've got 3 cards. It says follow the money. The High Priestess, which is knowledge, knowledge. So like somebody having a secret, or somebody knowing something, somebody saying something that they shouldn't have said. So it's about somebody knowing something. So maybe somebody knew something they weren't supposed to know. Not certain on that one. She's not certain on that one. She's not giving me strong vibes on that one. But she is saying follow the money, and something was covered up. Lost love here. Lost love. Okay, was Brian Koberger... Brian Koberger, well, first of all, we have to ask, did Brian Koberger do it? Please, did Brian Koberger commit the crime, please? That's too many cards, but we'll have a little peek. Death card was there, by the way, as well. Something was organised. There was something organised, or an organised meetup. Something was organised, she was saying. Also, but gossips and rumours. Again, that's making me feel like somebody's saying something they shouldn't have said. So somebody told somebody something and they regret, because we've got the regret card there earlier as well. That's what I'm feeling, like it's like somebody said something to somebody else that they regret saying, and every time I read it comes out like this. So therefore, it caused somebody to organise sorting out the situation. Okay, was it intended for all four, please? Bigger picture, and saying somebody that she knows or somebody that she used to know. Lovers, again, lovers. I'm just going to ask, was it intended for Xana and Ethan, please? Was it intended for Xana and Ethan? Okay, she's saying that's a wrong direction, so maybe it wasn't. That was not the direction that they were going to go with. There was an accomplice. And that was the other question, actually. That's what she's trying to say. By establishing whether or not Brian Koberger was there, and then whether he worked with an accomplice. So I can't remember now, which is good if I start switching off. I can't remember now if you told me if Brian in the home. That's in the home. Okay, let's keep that out. Okay. That was the other thing I was getting at here. Okay, it took such a long time for them to call the police. When was Brian Koberger there? Because she's talking about the food trucks too. So I'm wondering, when was he there? Was he there after it took place or during? That's what I need to clarify. Was he there after it took place or during? That was a confrontation. So that's saying during the confrontation, which indicates that he was there. Okay, please validate that. Temperance is coming out again. It says moderation, patience. Cleaning up. You see all the water there, cleaning up. The scene wasn't cleaned. That's not what was seen. But you are telling me that there were evidence was covered up. Okay, evidence was covered up. So did somebody go in to cover up evidence? Did somebody, after the crime was committed, did somebody please go in? Somebody that you know went in to cover up something. Bigger picture, more to it. You need to check the timing. Something about the timing. Exposing secrets. Again, we're coming back to exposing secrets. Okay, okay, she's almost ready to pull energy back here. So please, I have so many questions. So many questions. Can you tell me something important? What would you like to say? Because I can feel your energy pulling back. So I just want to give you the platform to say what you want to say, please. The missing piece. There is a missing piece, she's saying. And it was one of the cards that came out when I was asking who I'm reading for. What is the missing piece? What is it? Is there a way that you can tell me what that is? To do with who was involved and who was not involved. I'm also seeing the two girls here, the two other girls not involved, it says. Again, more than one, but 2 girls. Okay, the missing piece could be the 2 girls not involved, could be the other 2 housemates. It's a missing piece. Maybe they know something. But more than one, they're telling me, more than one. They're working through it, she's saying. Okay, what I'm asking her now is, will it ever be exposed? Will the full extent ever be exposed? Stranger unknown. Authorities. Known to authorities, maybe. Will it ever be exposed or known to authorities? The missing piece, what you're talking about, will they ever be exposed or known by the authorities? She's just clarifying there, whether it's known to the general public or it's known to the authorities. Will the authorities ever foresee the full extent of what this is about? Judgment. Okay. Commitment, going to jail. Guilty. Judgment. So they're forming a judgment. The authorities are forming judgment, committing someone to go to jail that's guilty. I'll just let you pull anything to finish the story, please. Is it more to it than that? Is there more to it than that? I know you well. Okay, where I asked, will the authorities ever know the missing piece? It's like they're just focusing on committing just Brian Kohberger, so just sending him to jail, getting the guilty verdict is what I'm getting there. So putting judgment on Brian Kohberger, committing him to jail, and all they're focused on is, so here's the confrontation, but it's like they're focused on proving him guilty. That's what the judgment, and that's what's going on there now as well. It's like they're not looking at anything else. Should they be looking at anything else? Not at this point, she's saying. Alone. She's saying alone. They do need to be focusing their attention on him alone at this point, is what she's saying. I then asked, is there any final words? And she's just saying, they're just looking for a successful outcome. So that's where the focus is at the moment, and that's what's important, is getting a successful outcome. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully I'll see you again next week.